Well, howdy YouTube. It's Paul from Attempted Auto. And I just did a thing. Got a windshield in this Studebaker. Hey, stick around. I'll show you how it went. It's windshield day. You know, I've been putting this off for, I don't know, a little while now. Kind of out of things to do. I'm waiting on my fuel system. I really don't want to run an electric pump on this car unless I have to. So I found the original pump to this. It was in the pile of junk in the trunk. Amazingly, I didn't throw it out. I found a company out of Weymouth, Mass called Then and Now Automotive. They sell rebuild kits for just about any old fuel pump you can imagine. Had one shipped to me. It was missing pieces, but those guys, I got that thing yesterday, which is Saturday. Today's Sunday. It sat on the table all day long. I didn't open it up until, I don't know, after dinner. My plan was to build the build the fuel pump last night, and then start on the fuel system. Because right now, where I'm at, I don't know if my cooling system is good. The temperature gauge pegged out. We haven't got to that. This is probably going to be its own video, the windshield. If it's not, I'll edit this all in, and hopefully it'll make sense. But the temperature gauge pegged out when it ran. Didn't act hot, so maybe it's a bad gauge. I don't know. I'm going to wire in some new gauges. But I need to let this thing run a while. I got to work that problem out. I still got to deal with my charging system. Got to work that problem out. I want to fix the floor, obviously. I need to drive it to do that because I got to get to where my welder is in the garage. I'm not going to be able to drag the welder here. And yeah, I could push this with the tractor, but I want this thing to run on its own. So everything else is kind of on hold for that fuel pump. So this is what I wanted to say. So I emailed a guy. Actually, I emailed a lady named Lisa that works there because she was the one that's been corresponding with me. And I get an auto reply Saturday night that says, I'm off. Get a hold of Tom with any questions. So Tom's email was there. So I just fired the stupid generic email out because I wasn't thinking Lisa has all my information on her computer. Tom probably doesn't. So I send him this really generic email. Took a picture of the parts. I said, hey, I'm missing my check valve. I don't even know what this other little piece is in here. Can you make this right quick, please? My car's on hold. Sunday morning, he responds to me. He says, hey, I didn't have your invoice. I didn't have your full name. So I was digging through everything for a Studebaker. And you must be Paul Lewis. And here's your address. And so anyways, he's got the right part coming to me. He's going to ship it out like now. So that's really cool. So yeah, Then and Now Automotive in Massachusetts. If you need a fuel pump, check with those guys. All right, so anyways, now that I've done a commercial for him, let's get back to this windshield. Spin you around. Now, I have never done this style of windshield. I've changed gaskets, but the curved windshield, that's new to me. I haven't done one of these. The forums say on the Studebaker to put the trim in the bottom and the top, leave it off on the sides, set the windshield, and then put the trims on the sides. So I emailed Neil, the guy that's been helping me all the way through this car. I said, does that sound right to you? And he's like, yeah. He says, that's probably the way to do it. He said, because there's going to be weight on the bottom. You're never going to get that bottom trim in if you don't start with it. So I'm guessing that, I don't know, I'm guessing that that's the way we do it. So that's what we're going to try. So there's my new old windshield that I found in a car. I put that on Instagram. I pulled that thing out of a car that there was about nothing left of it, but it had a good piece of glass. So I'm going to get this all cleaned up. I'm going to get the seal in this, get the chrome top and bottom. Then we're going to work on getting this one out. I got to get all the trim pieces out of my way, and then I can cut this out, and we'll keep going. So yeah, I guess we'll start by prepping that one. I want to get the seal on it because the seal has been in that box for a month now. Well, probably probably for since it was created. So I want to get that on there, get it into the sun, softened up, loosened up, stretched kind of into shape. Hopefully that'll help me form this all in. I'm working alone. Seems like a very stupid way to do this style windshield for the first time. I've got these glass suction cups. I'm going to try using paracord inside of the seal to put it in. We're going to soak that paracord in some Murphy's oil soap. I bought a new set of these trim, whatever these things are called, yeah, nylon pry bar installer. I bought a new set of these because I want these edges super clean, and mine just gets so beat up. I don't take care of these things at all. They're so cheap. I'll use them for this windshield today. Tomorrow I'll be scraping gaskets with them or something. So that's that. Utility knife. We're gonna clean this up real good with some glass cleaner. So yeah, let's get working on that, and let's see how this all goes. This is a pretty good windshield. It's a little tiny bit of bubbling. I don't even know if you can see that. Now it's got a little bit of separation here between the two layers. It's tight on the edge. Oops, let me get the camera where you can see it. It's tight on the edge though. A little bit of separation here. A little bit starting up here. Here, you can see it on the camera. A little tiny bit. And then where did I see? I saw a little bit of, right here, I see a little bit of edge crazing. That one bothers me a little bit, but I don't think, here's a little bit here too. If I can get it on the camera. I don't think though, all in all, this is going to be too compromised. There'll be no banging it into place though. We're just gonna have to work it in easy. But man, it cleaned up pretty good. I can see one mark from a windshield wiper here. Other than that, man, that's a good piece of glass. So hopefully I don't smash this putting it in. So all right, well, I'm gonna get the seal on this. I'm going to clean up the top and bottom trim a little bit. Good enough for the car as it sits. Gonna get that all set on here and just stretching into place. I'm going to figure out how long of a piece of paracord I need and get that soaking in the Murphy's oil soap, and then we're going to work on getting that one cut out. Okay, one thing I forgot to mention, this seal is going to have a seam. Try to locate that center on the bottom. So I'm going to push that in dry up to here. Then I'm going to use some cleaner around the edges and just work this in with the cleaner. Forgot to mention that though. So we're going to do that. Now we're going to get started. Okay, not gonna lie, that was an incredible pain in the butt. I used up almost my whole battery just doing the time lapse of me putting that seal in there, and it's still not all the way seated. So hopefully it'll be all right going in. I don't know. But anyways, I'm not going to put the trim on because somebody just pulled it off. It's a little warped. If I try putting it on, it's going to pull the seal right off the glass again. So I'm going to put the glass in without it and then see if I can work the trim in afterwards, which I don't know. Nowhere does it say that you can do that, but I'd rather have no trim but a good piece of glass than good glass or good trim and no windshield. So at this point, I guess we'll get this one cut out, get all the trim pieces out from around there, and then start struggling. Sounds great. I don't want to break this. That windshield's almost ready to come out already. That is some hard junk. Man, I'm pretty sure it's going to end up raining on me as soon as I get this out. It says it's not going to, but it sure looks like rain. And that's how this whole summer's been. And that's how my luck goes. So. Oops. Sorry, car. Ugh. Probably still flexible a little bit. Got a lot of goo in it. Lovely. So, that should make it a lot easier to get these screws out. Oh, look, a pen. What kind of condition do you suppose this will be in? Oh, guess I'm gonna have to get the trim off to find out. I mean, I guess what you can see so far is all right. Oh, it's good in the corners. That's a good sign. That's an excellent sign. All right, let me get this all out and I'll bring you back in. In case you were wondering how good of a shape it was in, it's like really, really nice. Like clean metal all the way around. I'm just gonna take some sandpaper, bust this edge down so it's not sharp anywhere. Hopefully that'll help me slip that gasket on. And then I'm gonna get fighting with a windshield. So give me a couple minutes and we'll get back to that. All right, so the paracord that was soaked in Murphy's oil soap has been put into the seal all the way around. The edges are all cleaned up best as I feel like doing them. I did no rust treatment because it didn't need any rust treatment. So I'm going to put this thing on time lapse, slap it to the front of the truck car here, and you guys can all watch me struggle. Here we go. Okay, I figured I'd better do a voiceover on this a little bit to kind of give some instruction of what's going on here. You see me pull the windshield back out. What had happened is I didn't work the top in anywhere near close on the windshield, so the seal was riding up at a funny angle. So those corners where they wrap around towards the doors, the seal had actually pulled out of the car completely. So this is my second attempt. I put that paracord all the way back through. Now I'm working that in with that vinyl pry bar and the metal hook. And if you look now, I'm working the top down also. So you'll see in a minute, you'll see the top of that windshield start working its way in where it's supposed to be. I still have the paracord all the way in. I haven't pulled the string at all yet. So I'm just trying to get it as close as to right as I can. You can see I'm using the pry bar, and I'm using that little pick, and I'm getting it close. And now you can see with that suction cup on, it's really coming back to where it belongs. In a second, you'll see me using glass cleaner and spray on the glass. Yeah, right here. Now I'm also using the pry bar, and I'm working that glass cleaner between the windshield and the seal, and that's helping me get it in there straight and as well. So I'm just pulling pressure. I'm working that in. Eventually, I'm going to start pulling the string. Right there, I'm pulling the string. Slowly working that string around. You can see the windshield really coming together. So that's what I'm doing in this clip right through here. And if you just keep watching, you'll see the string go right there. Get on the corner, pulling the string, and it's looking real good. In just a second, it's going to be all the way in. Alright guys, so that's going to finish this video up. Hey, can you subscribe? Can you like it? I don't know if you really learned a whole lot, but you watched me struggle. That was fun, wasn't it? At any rate, we beat Bill from Flatbroke Garage because we got a windshield in and he had to call an expert. So, hey, until next time guys, thanks for watching, and I'll see you later.